This recording contains adults using adult language. Consider this your fair warning and enjoy.
Okay, so let's do a bit of a little fun recap bit. What did you guys learn from the last session? It's been a bit of time, so hopefully you guys have been taking notes.
I've been trying to find mine.
So I don't know why I'm saying that, because I never take notes, never get everything in my tabletop sessions.
Auto hypnosis?
Yeah, auto hypnosis.
Where's Dren?
Died.
Oh, what the hell happened to my browser?
Green screen.
Oh, so now we know Dren's just all tabbed and playing something else while we're trying to play tabletop here. Not even paying attention to these, not even...
Damn, you found me out.
Dren's in another roll 20.
I actually still have Dren's... it's his avatar picture is the elf.
Yeah, all I've got for notes is Cronus Expanse, Venaris, Kieran is Know-It-All, Stewart is Charts, and
Hold on a
first
second.
session I got 250 experience.
Backpedal. At least you know what system you're in, the Cronus Expanse. That's good.
Venaris is
Okay, how do you spell that?
Danaris.
No, it's a M, not an N.
Damaris.
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 Actually pronounced it Damaris.
It's like damn arse, but not really.
We're on the book war station, if I'm correct. The moon station.
You're on the what?
Book war.
Assume you're trying to say the Bulwark Station.
Bulwark, yes.
No, that's the
That's
moon
around the,
orbiting the
yeah.
planet.
It's
Oh, I thought
orbiting
we...
our planet.
Yeah, right. Oh, sorry. I probably didn't.
No, we're on the actual surface of the planet. Remember we took the little car ride with the awkward guy?
No, I mean, we insulted Joran. Cab
Yeah.
driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. You guys know that you have a couple of notable characters here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess a list of those names.
We got Remy, Dante, the general, Jeremiah Blitz, the rope trader.
Jeremiah
and
Blitz,
this,
yeah.
Sylvia Locke. I can't remember what her thing was.
She was the naval captain.
Ah, there you go.
What was the name of the general again, Karen?
Dante?
Remy, Dante.
So he was the useless bag of flesh, okay.
That's one way to look at it.
What was the name of the planetary governor again?
That one I might have missed, but I did get the cab driver.
The cab driver. Yeah, he's probably
He's
like
actually
the
not a
most
cab
important.
driver.
No, he was our liaison.
There you go.
I
Don't
know,
run
I
out
know,
of
the
but,
notes.
but the way that you insulted him was pretty much like, this guy's just a cab driver. We can ignore this guy, and then he looked at you funny. I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna...
Who said he was just a cab driver?
Okay, so let's get the
Kieran saying
governor's
he's just
name.
a cab driver.
Yeah, I insulted the governor. I remember that. Good times.
Governor... There's nobody wrote down the governor's name?
I'm sorry, it was going so fast I could only
You
take
dropped
so
the
much
ball,
notes.
Kieran. You
that's-
dropped the ball.
I just find
tried.
that's hilarious because they're one of the more important characters, and you guys have got like the fucking
Cab driver?
liaison's name. If we're talking about the liaison, nobody remembers the actual governor's name.
I was
We
too
got
busy-
other names.
His name's
I was
John
too busy
Doe.
grabbing that drug off the
Okay,
stick-looking thing.
it's Lord Governor Falcon Kapak.
Spell it?
You typed that somewhere.
I most certainly can type that.
Thanks, man.
I assume you guys know how to spell Lord Governor, so I'll just give you
Nope.
guys his name.
No, I'm a complete retard when it comes to
Lord
spelling.
Governor!
Is that like
Belkin Kapak.
OAD?
There was another character on the council. You guys got Lord Captain Sylvia Locke, of the Imperial Navy. You got Jeremiah Blitz, the rogue trader. Then you also have General Remy Dante. Somebody else.
There's another rogue trader. I know that.
Ah, true. Does anyone have?
Wasn't there a female rogue trader?
Yes.
Nope. Don't remember that one.
All right.
Unimportant.
Lady Elizabeth Orleans.
Okay, you got these all written down, right, Kieran?
Fuck.
Good job, man. Remember, you gotta be the guy remembering stuff for us.
God, I do not trust this pencil I am using.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
why I
used to
have a
writing
fucking
notes.
Word document.
I have it
Lady
on a
Elizabeth
notepad,
Orleans.
just like.
Hey, I
Microsoft
spelled her name
Wordpad.
right.
Yeah,
What are you? Why are you using like an archaic method of writing things down?
Well,
Probably
no, in fairness,
because-
Stewart's recording it. He should just be able to like go back and get it all later.
Yeah. Why
I
aren't
could,
you
but
doing
why
that?
the fuck would I want to do that? That like takes effort and time.
Because that's accurate note keeping, and you're the scribe.
Nope. Technically, YouTube's the scribe, so go ask YouTube about it.
Okay, let's move forward.
Dying.
Kieran's dying.
He's been dying for weeks now.
Did our
Well,
GM
die.
Can I have your computer when you die?
No.
Damn it.
Can I have your
Buried on one
organs when you
side.
die?
Are you sure you want my organs?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. They're kind of pricey.
They'll fetch a nice price.
Buy it at high price.
Did Rob die?
Exactly what I was thinking.
It did die, in fact. I come
Rob-
back every weekend just to host this for you guys.
Thanks, man.
That's not funny.
Can we rename you to Casper?
No.
Damn.
He's not that friendly of a ghost.
So what's
Okay.
going on now?
Pretty much, you guys have kind of got a bit of information. I assume everyone's aware of why you're here on the planet. I don't need to recap any of that stuff.
Greenskins are going to try to basically take the planet, and their orbitable blockade, as I would call it, is a piece of shit. The planets, that is.
It doesn't seem to be working coordination with each other.
So our goal is unify the forces, come up with a battle plan or a defense plan.
Get it so that the people stop bickering just to figure out who the hell's in charge, which I still say probably our best goal for that is to step up and just say, well, since you guys can't decide it, we'll be in charge.
So, a couple things. You guys pretty much after that whole little meet and greet have been made aware that the following day there will be a gala. The governor's hosting a gala, part keep spirits up, part to let you guys kind of come in and, do your thing. So you know that the Defense Council will be in attendance, as well as a variety of other important officials and what have you. Not like anybody's abandoning planet because, as you know, in this universe, warp travel is extremely limited, so there's really nowhere for anyone to go. You guys have kind of the last bits of a day to kind of let me know if you guys are doing anything in particular, like what your characters might be doing. If you guys are calling down anything like that, or if you guys are going back to your ship even. I need to know these things. So, you have a gala to prepare for tomorrow.
I like to craft some bombs.
You guys may want to, talk amongst yourselves. Kieran wants to craft some bombs, sure. You guys may want to discuss the plans that you guys have totally been thinking about for the last 2 weeks.
Right.
The plans.
So can we
Plans
just
we're
go
supposed to
like
be talking about.
in order or something? So each person can talk?
I still have some more questions about the planet and stuff in general.
Okay.
So first and foremost, our main goal essentially is to protect the city on the planet, correct?
let me actually do this for you.
Okay, so this is what we're protecting, right?
Correct. Oh, if anybody
Alright.
else is in the channel and wants to just kind of follow along, there's the link.
All right. That brings up my next question then. What's the deal with the rest of the planet?
This is actually pretty much the primary colony. This is supposed to be
User
rather
disconnected from your channel.
massive, and the majority of the rest of the planet is. Sorry, 1 second. I gotta sneeze. Majority of the
Bless
rest of
you.
the planet is just How do I put this?
Baron?
Not necessarily barren. There's there's a variety of sensor arrays and kind of some mining segments and some farming segments, but the majority of residential is this map.
Okay.
This city is quite expansive. Obviously,
Right.
this isn't a 3D perspective, so you can't see, but these buildings are massive.
Right.
Give you a relative idea. What I understand, the entirety of New York can fit in here a couple times over. I have no other way to really kind of describe it to you. As you can kind of see
That's
along
fine.
the edges, the buildings do go past what the map shows you.
Mhm.
So there's more sprawling city. But this is the core, right?
Right. All right. My next question then. So you said the bulwark was on the moon, correct?
Yeah, think of it. It's very similar to like Starkiller Base in design.
Yeah.
It's got like a ring around it.
Well, I
There's
wanted to confirm that because being a moon that orbits the planet, where is the moon Where is it currently lined up in relation to
actually
the city?
it's a bit different. It's actually in geosynchronous orbit with the city.
Okay, that's
So
good
it's
to
always
know.
overhead.
Relatively, yes.
Okay,
Fair
good,
enough.
good to know.
Ultimately, the answer is yes. I'm not going to get into the particulars for it. Let's just
No,
go
no,
with yes.
I wanted to confirm that because
Yeah.
that all plays into the strategy here.
Yeah.
And then finally, what direction in relation to the city would the orc horde be coming from?
But I think
That is-
that's up to us.
I would assume
Yeah.
up.
Well, I mean, as far as the planet goes, they could be coming from the
guys don't
opposite
know.
side of the planet.
It's that depending on.
Yeah.
But Dren, I think
Ultimately,
that has a lot
It would
to
all
do with.
depend on like their own idea of like kind of how they want to attack. Do they want to amass on the other side of the planet and then make their way over, or do they just want to drop everything right on top of their heads?
do me a favor, actually. Why don't you somebody have like a knowledge Xenos?
Yeah, I do.
I'll take something like that to maybe kind of recall orc tactics.
Hang on, let me look and see what level mine is.
I got none of that.
Nope, I don't, unfortunately.
Take scholastic lore from
Mine
like
is just
astronomy
at the first level,
or
so
astromancy.
no
That's-
bonuses.
No, but you still get your full ability score.
Yeah, it's
I mean, you guys can everyone can make the check.
46.
It is not going to be easy if you don't have the bonuses to it, obviously, but this is not like Pathfinder in that you need to train. From what I understand, everyone can make the check.
You just take a minus to it if you don't have a train.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
mine's
remember-
40. How do I do it again? I forgot.
Yeah, I need a refresher on
It's
how to roll
okay.
for this game.
All right. Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, that's kind of like we already kind of knew that coming in. We're gonna have a couple times where we're gonna be rusty on this. It's a D100 roll. You're trying to get under your number. That you have
Base
on
would
your
be
sheet,
intelligence?
but there's modifiers also based on the difficulty of the question being asked. This is a one about challenging. I don't remember the name of it. It's
Oh, I should
essentially a
have this.
plus 10 check, so you need to get under your number plus 10 if it's trained.
Just roll 1d100, and then if it's under my int, we're good.
Okay, so Gabriel doesn't look like he got it.
No.
Ines also definitely a not. Armstrong not getting his awesome, ridiculous rolls by the looks of it.
So
They'll come later.
if it's plus
When you try to
10, so
kill
I'll
me.
have to. Would I just roll like intelligence then, because I don't have like the skill in my skill list? And then it
You
would
roll
just be
against your
half?
intelligence, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you roll
but it would be
intelligence and half
half.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So plus 10, so I'd have to be getting a 27
I don't think it's
or
half.
lower.
If it's not trained, I think it's minus 10. I don't
think
know.
it-
No, if
I
it's
thought
if
it
you're
was-
not if you're not trained, you roll it at half your
Okay, got
characteristic
it.
score. So what did I say?
There's something that
27 I
actually makes
had
it
to
a third too. Can't remember what that is.
get. No, that would still be. Oh no, I rolled a 3, so I would still be under.
Oh,
that.
you rolled a 3?
I think so.
4.5 degrees of success. That's good.
Wait, or did I roll the 40?
You rolled
Oh,
a
you rolled
a
a
48.
Okay, still doesn't.
Oh, wait,
You sure? Because that still
it's
wouldn't
three.
add up.
If you hover over it, it says
Because my normal score would be
48.
34. Oh wait, sorry, no, 48. Yeah, sorry. So 48 is
Okay.
my score. So I rolled a 3. The 48 is my intelligence score.
Oh, 48 is your intelligence score?
I was reading the wrong number.
Okay.
Good gosh.
In which case then, yeah. Okay, you would know when they invade, it's not like they're coming in to like loot and pillage. Orcs don't really deal stuff like that. Orcs are always looking for a fight. So orcs are going to come in where the densest population is usually. They're going to fight their way through and pretty much go down to the last person. Orc tactics are very plain and simple. There's rarely any weird stuff going on unless they have some kind of strange commander, which is possible that this group may have. But in general, orcs, they're coming here to just fight.
Okay, so essentially, what I can take out of that is it's the odds-on bet that they're either gonna try to land in the city or as close to it as possible.
That is certainly based on your knowledge of fair assessment.
Okay, so
but they try to ram the city.
like what? Just
They
drive
might.
their ship straight into it?
It's not unheard of, but orcs tend to land in the perimeter and then sweep across because they like fighting hand to hand.
Yeah, I don't think they'd prefer the kamikaze way of taking them out and taking themselves out, because then they can't fight anymore.
They do it their ships. Well, naval
Like I said,
combat.
though, not unheard of, but
Unlikely.
So, tactics for space, and we need to decide, like, are we going to try and force them away from the city, or
I
are
think
we
we'd
going to
probably
try
be
to...
like a mixture of take down as many ships as I can while steering them away from being able to land near to the city. That would make like anything more difficult to have any kind of a stand against them.
Okay, well, I guess we can talk about that a little bit more. Anyone have any specific ideas for, like, how to, like, beat an overwhelming force in space around the planet?
I had a lot of ideas.
Well, I just want to talk about them because,
Yeah.
like, during this session, people are going to ask us,
Yeah,
like, how do you plan on defeating these guys?
it's a tough one. We don't really have like the option of getting like much of a bottleneck or anything unless we could somehow
Well-
dislocate the moon and use that to block their progress.
Well, I was going to say that I think the main goal would be to force them towards the bulwark as much as we can. That is a literal physical barrier between them and the ground. That could be, I don't know if it would be necessarily leading our shots or forcing the fight to take place there, but the idea would be to force them towards the bulwark, but keep our ships far enough away where they were not completely engaged, because we're going to have to make use of them more than once. Because the idea would be to thin out as much as we can before they hit the ground, for them to not land directly in the city, once they're outside, we can still use those ships probably for some sort of orbital bombardment directly on them if they're outside the city.
Yeah, that was my thought too.
So really, we need to make heavy use of the ships to both thin them out before they land and then after they land. And everyone on the ground is going to be ready to defend. Of course, the hard part is, we can plan all of this. I mean, the ideal thing, like I said, would be to force them towards the bulwark, land outside the city. It'd be nice if we could force them in the more heavily defended parts and fend them off that way.
So I think we need to. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, of course, if they're landing in all different places, it's going to make that a lot harder to do because then it would thin our forces
So-
having to defend.
Well, I think
We
have
want
a
to
distinct-
funnel them.
I think
Right.
we have a distinct advantage though, because just like Rob said, orcs want to fight. They don't want to avoid us to get to the planet. So if they see ships near or somewhere near the bulwark, they're going to come towards them because they want to fight you.
Not necessarily. They love fighting hand to hand too, though. They're going to want to be on the ground too, fighting.
Okay. So what are some goals for the session? We need to things we need to find out. Obviously, the capabilities of the bulwark, right?
Getting basically a working agreement between all the what's it called, like military
Defense
leaders.
Council.
Yeah, the
Yep.
defense council that we have in order to get things to actually start running smoothly. Because the more we have them working together, the easier everything's going to be to get rolling and all that.
We need to find out what sort of defensive capabilities the planet and the city has specifically, as far as weapons and people. Hopefully, some machines and vehicles too.
I could work on repair if need be for those people, but
Yeah, and I was gonna say just like whoever drew that circle. Like the two main points that we're gonna want to secure the most and make sure they don't fall in this invasion is going to be the starport and then the shrine to Saint Drasus, right? Are we all pretty agreed on that?
I'm in agreement. Just kind of force them to come to us and funnel them in like a path, right?
You guys remember last time I was talking, we were finding out about that place to the north.
Yeah.
The
Shards
Shards
Forge.
Forge.
Yeah, so something else I want to find out and talk with the defense council and see if there's a way we can force the orcs to come through that railway, it looks like almost, into Shards Forge. If they do, then we may be able to make that like a giant booby trap.
It could also work as a bit of a bottleneck too.
Yeah, bottleneck them through that entrance and then also like just blow up that whole section of the city out there, that forge, if we need to.
The issue is, I find we would need to either have a bait, of like civilian or a large force there to make it into a center for the orc to come to us because they want to fight, right?
Yeah, I mean that's just where we have to place our main defenses, and like you said, they're probably going to come towards us. Cool. Okay.
What
Anyone
are you
else have any
drawing, Tuna?
questions?
This is
Not
Dren
drawing jack shit.
Looks like your color.
It's Dren.
Many different
It's
colors.
like a green.
Yeah, but I see a green square and that is not mine.
Because I'm using different colors here. Like,
If it was
Alright.
me, there would be a
Anyway.
giant penis right in the center.
no one even understand what I'm drawing here.
Yeah, orc rocks falling.
Like, so ideally, the all the okay. All right, hold on. Let me get my colors right here. So this ideally would be kind of like our ships.
Okay.
The red circle being the bulwark. The horde's going to come straight on.
If you're planning at that thing too here, let me quickly tell you something. First off, I have this for you guys. Also, you may notice that there is a couple of other things in orbit. It's kind of hard to tell from that picture. But there are 3 other moons that do orbit the planet, but they are very small. there's a total of 3 other moons besides the bulwark.
Okay.
I'm guessing trying to redirect the moons at the org would not be a good idea.
Well, I was-
Not possible. They'd have to install plasma drives on the moon to move them.
are the orcs on Scotty? Or is that just on there for the fun of it?
That's just on there. They're coming through space.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is just all over. Like, map is just an artful depiction of the system.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if they were on like a quote-unquote nearby planet, or if they were just like on fleet, en route
Well,
kind of
the
thing.
thing is that nobody knows, right? You guys don't have any
Right.
scouts.
So again, like I said, I believe this would be the ideal situation. We have our troops or our air units defending here, forcing them towards both the bulwark. On the opposite side of the bulwark would be ideally where we want them to land, which would be outside of the city. That doesn't mean they won't come through where our ships are. They're going to get a lot more resistance there. But if we focus our ships to the one side here, around the bulwark, it might hopefully help funnel a little bit of them. Like I said, this is only I believe this would be an ideal situation. I'm not saying it's how it's going to happen. If anyone sees any major flaws with this, let me know.
That sounds good.
So ideally, then hopefully, whenever the ships get freed up of all the onslaught of their incoming ships, they would then be able to direct the fire at their ground troops before they really reach the city, or at least while they're further away from the city.
To keep those towards the rear, closer to the planet.
Yeah. So that's why I don't have the ships like out in front necessarily of the oncoming horde, because I think that's making poor use of them. But like I said, it doesn't mean they're not going to get engaged with where they are.
Yeah, cool. All right.
That's what I've come up with so far. I just wanted to show it. If anyone else has any better ideas or can think of anything else, definitely bring it to the board here. It was just what I've been thinking.
Sounds good. Let's do it. You guys ready to begin?
Yeah, thanks for the opinion, everyone.
I agree with some of the stuff Starscream said about trying to go utilize the Forge for it, but just I didn't have much for this round.
Question though. Do you have like an idea of, should we put something maybe between the moon and the city at all, just to make sure that they don't try to like
I think that's
loop
what you were
around?
saying. Like, see our blue ships there?
Yeah.
Like, as the horde starts coming off to the opposite side of the bulwark,
Have them
They're
work
gonna
their way this
sweep-
way?
yeah, they're going to sweep their way down under because they're going to assault them on the ground. So,
Yeah, okay.
I said
That's
that
how
would
you're
be
gonna-
the ideal situation. Making use of the space we've given ourselves.
All right, fair enough. I know I'm no military. What's the word I'm looking for? Tactician, but what I could see, it could work.
Sure thing,
Like I said,
Gemini.
We're talking about a completely hypothetical. All this could just go to shit. So,
Of course, that's life.
And we need to have defenses around the city itself prepared for that as well.
I think we have a
Rob.
good enough plan. We just need to start trying to gather
Yep.
intel.
Now, the city, these really thick black lines, are those walls,
Walls.
or is that river?
There are walls. I remember asking that last
Okay.
session.
So, another thing that would really help, the way we split up our forces, too, essentially, if we do end up losing parts of the city, we can take advantage of the fact that most of it's in sectors.
Yeah.
And it would allow us to be able to retake them if we do it, strategically. So,
Like Attack on Titan style.
Well, I was
Yeah.
actually just gonna ask that, using Attack on Titan as a reference. Does each sector have like a main gate that can be sealed if it is overrun?
There's a variety of gates.
Okay. So there it is possible that once the sector's overrun, we can close it
Quarantine it.
off and then try to regroup as we go, depending on how hard the tide comes towards us. It might even be worth, well, obviously they'll be sealed now, but to find some way using those walls to funnel them should they breach the outer walls.
Well, obviously, just regroup forces on the opposite side of the gate. They're going to come through to funnel them as they open the gate.